It's in the game.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us in Evanston, Illinois, Ryan Field, home of the Northwestern Wildcats. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous
pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Caught over the middle. It's Branch. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
From the red zone, looking for a space. Lets it fly. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught in the backfield, it's Carter. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Here comes the 7th play in this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Wants to throw it. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
So Northwestern's offense will get the ball for the first time. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Wildcats come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll run the sneak for it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to the counter. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
On defense, when they line up with numbers and they line up on your side, you're like, you're ready, it's coming right here. And then all of a sudden they mix in counters and they pull 1 or 2 guys and go back the other direction. That's a really good job by the offense keeping the defense on their heels.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Looking to throw, it's Stone. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Branch. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Running back searching for a hole. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
To the air on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They just keep firing. Makes the grab. It's Woods. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
The Boilermakers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Fires to the big fella. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need...
Brings into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Love the work by the quarterback, selling pass. You saw the linebackers just back out of the box. As soon as he handed it off, there was nobody home, and that led to a big gain.
Lets it go to the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. They send the tight end in motion. The lone back's got it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All right, guys, let's talk about Northwestern. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive lineman, gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down, and the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing, because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
To the air, it's Stone. Snagged out of the air. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's coming. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Brings up second down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking downfield, it's Stone. Out of the backfield, he's open. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this third and long from the 20.
Here we go, set.
From the gun, wants to pass. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for 3.
Number 82 on the field goal.
Just drives it between the uprights. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll start the return inside his spot. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Branch. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the tight end. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ryan Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Boilermakers will kick it away to crank up.
See if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Looking for a man. It's Stone. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Unloads it left. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quick handoff. Finding an escape route. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on 1st down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about, right here, seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
And the Boilermakers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Purdue! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Oklahoma State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Boone Pickens Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down.
Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
And the Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it.
They stripped it out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Man, you want to drive a coach nuts, get in a situation where it's easy and I just got to get a QB sneak and fall forward and I don't take care of the football. Priority number one, mission number one, got to get that snap, got to fall forward. Big time mistake.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll try the left side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your...
There he goes. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
4th and 1, turn around, hand it off to your bell cow running back, and let him go move the sticks. Great job.
To the ground, he's got it again. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The play action fake. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. They wrap him up, and boy, that comes when the defense needed it the most. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, going up top. Got it in the middle, it's Branch. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. When you don't have many left, you better get aggressive.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws to the back. Grabbed in the middle. It's Woods. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Well, This offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Trying to pull his way in. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the foot. And hope is still alive.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
Northwestern wants to go quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Finds his man.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Looking to pass. It's Stone. He's got it. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Northwestern making quick work on this drive. Looking to throw again. Floats it out in space. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Makes the catch. It's Branch. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got it in the middle, it's Carter. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Set 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Let's go!
Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to barrel in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you.